There's something I desire to manifest, and I would like to enlist your help. It involves wealth with spiritually minded people. What was your reaction to that? I'm going to explain something to you that's so powerful that can take us to an amazing new era where you can live in it, everyone can live in it, abundance is for everyone. And we're going to talk about why spiritually conscious people are usually broke and how it can end. And we can go into an era of great giving, abundance, joy, luxuries for yourself and others. You can't do it if you're broke. Yeah, you can have a lot of wealth in other areas, but we live in a monetary world, and you can take care of yourself and eliminate that stress. It awaits you. Would you like to join me in this global effort to create abundance for all people, including, and most of all, the spiritually conscious, who somehow have blocks about it? We're going to talk about this right now. Maybe you come in this category, and we can end it today. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Is my overhead fan too loud? All right, we're going to talk about wealth today. Why are spiritually conscious people broke? Not all of them, but many of them. Now, let me just share something with you. How do I know this? Because I am launching a company called digitalexplorers.net. It's to help people to create and or expand spiritually conscious businesses. I desire to help people who want to do amazing things and change the world in a positive way, but also have no problem with abundance. Because through abundance, if you're spiritually conscious, most likely going to share that abundance, and everyone benefits from that. Money's not evil. Now, I'm going to ask you a question, because I had a couple people, amazing people, that are going to come on board, hopefully come on board and work with me. And I talked to them about marketing, and they said, oh, are you going to get anybody to sign up for the course? Because I said, yeah, spiritually conscious people are broke. And they said, yeah. They weren't necessarily all that excited about talking to people who are never going to invest in themselves or their future or their own wealth. Now, isn't that interesting? That it's just a well-known thing that spiritually conscious people are usually broke and struggle with it. There's a whole story in our heads as spiritually conscious people that somehow it's wrong to be wealthy. I'm going to share something with you about that wealth. If your focus is just on the money and getting as much money as possible for yourself and even your family, that's not a spiritually conscious place to be. If you are focused on doing amazing things and being rewarded financially for it, and you're fair about that, you have a spiritually conscious business. And there's nothing wrong with that. And therefore, like myself, I couldn't give thousands of dollars to animal rescues if I didn't have enough money to do that. I have the option to do amazing things, and so do you. So I'm asking you right now if you would like to join me in a global effort, because I know many of you are from other countries, so let's call it global, where we are going to change our mindset, and we're going to end the criticizing other people for making money because they're spiritual. How many times have you said, oh, they're asking for money, they're spiritual, they shouldn't do that? Wanting spiritual teachers, spiritual people to be broke. And so we, as a society, are discouraging their wealth and their abundance. Yes, you should not be making money. You should be doing it free. Of course, you can do it for free, especially if you're able to pay your bills. Then you can do all kinds of stuff for free, but not if you're struggling. If you're struggling, you're no good to anybody, right? Because you're spending all your time really actually focused on money. How am I going to get the money to pay my bills, my rent, all these other things? So it's all about the money, money, and it's usually a thought of lack. If you were to join me and recognize that money is not evil, money is a means to an end, how we use it is what determines our intentions and our frequency. We can change the planet. We can bring abundance to all kinds of people who think it's pious to be broke. If you desire to be broke, that's a choice. That's different. But if you're struggling and you don't want to struggle financially anymore, you don't have to. So I was on a call with a potential student, and I said, what is the actual issue here? And she said, oh, I have fear issues and this. I said, no, you need to make more money. Don't overcomplicate this. She really didn't have a lot of fear. She did desire it. She doesn't find anything wrong with earning. She does spiritually conscious, products. Yet she's struggling. And I said, of course there's a barrier. But if you want to make more money, go make more money. Do it ethically. Do it fairly. Do it with love. Love what you do. Do it with passion. Create your own life that's amazing, because when your frequency rises, you change the entire world when you're happy and you feel good about what you're doing. But most people, and this is the ironic part, think about this. If people tell you you shouldn't make money because it's not spiritual, ask them what they do for a living. I'll guess 9 out of 10 people are doing something that's destructive to the planet. Oh, I work in an auto factory, a chemicals plant, a fast food joint. And they find nothing wrong with that. But if you're spiritual, you shouldn't earn money. It's okay to earn money if you're doing stuff that's not good for anybody or the planet. Isn't that silly programming? Can you shift your thinking and just say, abundance is amazing, and anyone can create abundance. And if we do it on a high frequency, we're going to do it with great intentions, and it's okay to want it for yourself. Why do we think it's not okay? I'm gonna get all the lottery money for other people. Great, but start with you. Put the mask on here, and you can give and do all kinds of things and pay your bills first. Because if you're struggling, you are stressed. It's not a good place to be. And there's no reason for it. There's no reason to struggle, because you can earn all kinds of money. So the question is, what's the issue? How do I correct it? If I'm lacking money, how do I change it? Somebody just wrote me. She wanted me to give a very expensive course to her for free. I'd be so grateful. I said, you know what? And I'm going to share this with you. This is very important, because I learned from this. For years, I gave scholarships for free this, free that. I let people take courses for free. Guess what the success rate was, or people that even finished them? 0. Guess what the success rate is for the people who paid full price? I think it's probably let's say 99% success rate. Why is that? Because their mentality by getting something free didn't change. They just start putting in the effort. And so they are expecting a different result. So you have to change who you are. And I said to this person, if I gave this to you for free, you would learn absolutely nothing. But if you had to earn it, you would actually change what you're doing right now so that you could take care of yourself and then invest in a course and even take it to the next level. And you do that course because you paid for it and you worked hard for it and you earned it, and it will feel great. It'll feel great that you contributed and you were able to change how you function. And she cried. She said she cried because she realized I was right. And that the only way she was going to earn that course, to be able to take it, was to change her lifestyle and her poverty and lack mentality, so that she could now take care of herself, her family, and then she can take all the courses she wants. And of course, those of us who teach, we benefit from that, because we can pay our bills and of course do other amazing things, expand our businesses to help other people. So if you're criticizing any of that, you're still in the mindset of keeping spiritually conscious people disabled, disempowered. And so a lot of people want it that way, because if we use money for good and abundance that makes no sense to people in lower densities, then wow, that's not a good thing for them. We'll be taking care of people who, need jobs or, need food or, other things or training to get on their feet again or whatever it is, those who are actually going to do the work. So will you join me in pulling out of that mentality? Because the more you think that way, the more you create this lack and poverty for spiritually conscious people. And it keeps spiritually conscious people in a space in the material world of somewhat of a disadvantage. No, it doesn't take away your enlightenment and your happiness and your joy and what's really important. But you can have that and money too. So again, don't separate those two things. I'm going to be awakened, but, I'm not going to have money. I guarantee you, Abraham Hicks, Eckhart Tolle, I can list, Bruce Lipton. I guarantee you, those guys are probably millionaires. 10 times over, some of them. And they have no problem taking that money. You know why? They're doing cool stuff. They're changing people's lives. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's none of our business what they do with that money anyways. It's a give and take. We have to get out of the judgment, and we have to get out of the disempowerment of our own frequency like people whom we should want to see flourish so they could do amazing things. And we want to see them flourish personally too. Can you change your mindset if you are in lack mentality? And if you're struggling personally and you're angry with wealthy people or you think people shouldn't charge, that's what's keeping you in poverty. You're in lack mentality. And you think that the people who've worked very hard for the money that they've earned are supposed to just give stuff free away to everybody. Who's going to learn nothing from that? There's a journey here, and there's something really great that happens when you actually have to take the action, learn new things, implement things, go through challenges. You'll question yourself, and you'll continue to grow and evolve and build companies or businesses or just income, whatever it is you're doing. It's something really amazing. You flourish, you expand from that. And other people benefit from that because you're feeling good about yourself. And you can teach other people things. Now that I know how to create online businesses, I teach other people. I'm a coach. I do independent training. I can do that for you, or you can come join one of my courses. Right? It's there for you. And guess what? Those people that train and run the tech and do all those things, they have families and bills that have to be paid. So if you think that they should hand it over for free, then why are you taking the course? Because you want to earn money, right? You're not going to take an internet course to create online income so that you will hand it all over. We know that's not true. So let's be realistic and just say there's enough for everyone. And we don't have to live in that lack mentality or judge somebody else who's earning money. It's none of our business. Again, if you give money to somebody on the street who's begging, it's none of our business what they do with it. If you don't want to give the money, don't give. But once you do, it's theirs. And if they use it for drugs or alcohol or something else, it is not our business because that's judgment. In other words, my money has conditions on it. No, my money has no conditions. So if I hand my money to you, it's yours and your decision to do with it what you want. But I'm doing it with good intentions, and that's how the world works. Money, good intentions, earning, abundance, sharing, giving, or you can hoard and be evil and greedy. And somebody said, oh, broke people, they seem happier and more spiritual. I said, I've never seen that. I've never seen that. Actually, quite the opposite. I see people struggling who don't have to. I see people who doubt themselves or their power or their ability to be of great use to themselves and society. And so therefore it reflects in every area of their lives. Don't let that be you. Are you ready to change how you think? Because the source of all things just creates abundance. It doesn't say for you and you, or abundance is a bad thing. Abundance is here for everyone. Everybody on this planet could be a millionaire. Did you know that? Yeah, it's true. Everyone. Why aren't we? Well, we can change all of that. Are you going to be the one that steps up and says, I don't have to be broke anymore or struggling? And maybe you've done well and you've lost money, and then you do well and then you lose money, and it's a pattern. Well, you can come, I've got training here. We look at all of that. We break those patterns. We disrupt all the things that are passed down from our parents that hold us back, because you have no limits. None. I hope, and by the way, these are free videos. Let's see, these are free videos, and that's the internet training I got almost 8 years ago, and I've built multiple companies that have changed people's lives. I hear it every day. I hear people say, you've changed my life. I've shifted, and I can't tell you how valuable that is. No money I make here surpasses that, but because there's an exchange, and I paid for this course, and what I got from it has changed my life, and I'm changing other people's lives. This continues on and on and on, and the abundance is shared. These are free videos. This is just information. These are free videos. This is some training, Manifest Anything. And you'll also get a free 1-hour masterclass, 4 proven steps to manifest anything. It's called Breakthrough Fear. And then if you want to take more training, you get a discovery call with me, and we can talk about it and find out why you're holding back. Where's the thought? And whatever you believe that's limiting, that's your choice. It's yours to limit yourself, because the source has no limits of any kind, nor judgment. So wouldn't it be nice to be flourishing, to not wake up worried about your bills or your financial future, or investing in the next big thing that you're hunting down, and instead creating income in abundance for yourself? Have money coming in and saying, wow, what am I going to do with this? What can I do with it? Some really cool stuff. Our students are doing really amazing, positive things for our planet, their families, themselves. It could be you. You could have freedom. You could live a life that you never dreamed of. It changed my life because I let go of this whole idea that I have to be an investment banker and that I have to make all this money so that I can finally go have a life. And I realized my life starts right now. And so I quit everything and learned internet marketing, created businesses that are spiritually conscious, because I wanted to do things that felt good, and you can too. So earning money doesn't take you away from those goals. I hope that you'll subscribe and share this. I hope you'll shift into that mindset and judge no spiritual person to tell them that they should be broke or they shouldn't ask for money for their services. Just like if you went and got your shoes repaired or your dry cleaning, you wouldn't say, you shouldn't charge for this, would you? Why do we do it with spiritual people? Why do we do that? Yeah, it's programming. It's programming, and it's not by spiritual people. It's by people who want to keep us disempowered. So are you done with that? You done with that story? I know I am. If you are ready, you can come get your free videos. Get your free videos. Please subscribe. Come on over, get all kinds of free cool stuff. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.